It's quiet now here on the flight deck of the Theodore Roosevelt, but in just a couple of hours this place is going to be a hum of activity as fighter plane after fighter plane is going to be taking off, heading north to Afghanistan in support of U.S. and allied ground troops. For troops on the ground in Afghanistan, it's no small comfort that U.S. fighter jets are on patrol nearby round the clock. Pilots from the aircraft carrier Theodore Roosevelt have flown more than 700 missions there in just the last month.
Because of the unusual terrain, the weather conditions, the large size of the country, air power is really a requirement, and if we provide that.
Enemy tactics in Afghanistan have begun to look eerily familiar to the recent past in Iraq. Suicide attacks and roadside bombs. The Taliban and Al-Qaeda have beefed up their forces, and as the number of attacks has risen, so too has the number of U.S. and allied casualties. In fact, more troops have died in Afghanistan in the last 3 months than have died in Iraq.
Everyone knows we face some significant challenges in Afghanistan, as does the Afghan government, and we're all talking about how we can be more effective in what we do.
Some have suggested that Afghanistan is the forgotten front in the war on terror. President-elect Barack Obama has vowed to increase the number of troops. It looks like they can't arrive soon enough. Normally this time of year, as winter sets in and the snows deepen in Afghanistan, hostile activity starts to slow down. The Taliban have already given warning it's not going to happen this year. Katie?
And Harry, the troops on the ground are stretched thin. The pilots are flying, as you mentioned, a lot of missions. The war is dragging on. So how is morale?
The morale is really quite good. From everybody down to the bottom of the ship to the fighter pilots on the top, the morale is really quite terrific. We've talked to a lot of folks here. They feel very strongly about their support of the mission up north in Afghanistan. One of the pilots told me yesterday, he said, "Our job is to save American lives."